Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has described the Lagos-based National Youth Service Corps NYSC member Ushie Uguamaye, who criticized President Bola Tinubu's administration as a symbol of a new generation of politically engaged women committed to advocacy and democratic participation. Atiku stated this while urging support for Uguamaye, also known as Rai, who claimed to have received threats after her viral video criticizing Tinubu's administration. Rai, in a viral video on her TikTok account, #TalkToRai, on Saturday, expressed frustration over Nigeria's socio-economic situation. She criticized Tinubu's leadership, calling him a terrible leader, and questioned the government's commitment to easing citizens' hardships. But after the viral video, she disclosed that NYSC officials ordered her to take down the video, alleging that she was being threatened. However, the former presidential candidate on his X handle on Sunday praised her courage, adding that Rai embodies the spirit of a new generation of women who champion the ideals of popular participation and unwavering advocacy in the political sphere. He says, "I deeply admire her boldness and wisdom, her fearless resolve to speak truth to power, undeterred by the weight of opposition." Atiku wrote. He further likened Rai to historic female activists such as Gambo Sawaba, Fumilayo Ransom Kuti, and Margaret Ekpo, who played pivotal roles in Nigeria's political landscape. Atiku called for support rather than hostility towards Rai. Rather than being met with hostility, Rai deserves encouragement and support. She is a shining emblem of the Nigerian youth, a testament to the long-held promise that the leaders of tomorrow are already among us, ready to shape a better future, Atiku said. Interesting. We've seen the video throughout Saturday, the developing stories and all of that, where Rai made that video and it has been trending, it has flooded social media, and so many people have been talking. As we speak, they've been challenged. 30 days rants and all of that. #30 days rants is ongoing now on social media, and there've been some form of criticism to the government. A lot of people are coming to, air voices as regards to the high cost of, price livings, inflation and all of that. I'd like to get your take on this one.
Okay, I think what she's a youth corps member, right?
Yes.
What she has said is not different from what many Nigerians, have said regarding the government of the day. I'm talking about the federal government.
All right.
Because since the federal government came on board, we have seen several harsh policies that have been taken that have brought about harsh economy.
All right.
Okay, to the common man or to the common people in the society. So it's not a new thing based on what she have said.
All right.
But where my concern is that of Atiku coming in, praising her and so on and so forth. If Atiku doesn't have an interest in the 2027, would he have made all these kind of comments? I don't think so.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, aside from Atiku, sorry to interject there, aside from Atiku Abubakar, we've had the likes of Peter Obi, we've had the likes of Aisha Yusufu, we've had the likes of Moyole Sowore also, and so many, well-meaning Nigerians are also clamoring support for Rai as regards to this. So maybe you're looking at the point of maybe 2027.
It's not in this again.
Okay.
It's actually 2027 because. Just like I said earlier, you see that the hardship, the economic hardship, the level of insecurity.
Are you experiencing the same?
I am experiencing it. I align myself with the people in the society.
So you're saying that Rai in some way is not lying?
No. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
You understand? What she has said, okay, is based on her own opinion, which should be respected.
All right.
And I also align with him because I cannot say I am smiling. No. The economic hardship doesn't know except those who are rich or those who may be benefiting from the system. You understand? But when you look at the likes of the people, okay, who are standing as a kind of perhaps protecting her or trying to encourage what she has said, you know that they all have interest.
All right.
Coming 2027 that is already approaching.
All right.
It's not a new thing. It's not a new thing. So I think you don't expect anybody. Okay, why have people who are in the ruling party not said anything regarding that?
Okay, I'm coming to that. Oh, all right, Dr. Honorable Barry Marafel. Well, just a few days ago, we had Sunday Diary, one of the minister, also said that Tinubu's policies, his reforms and everything have been beneficial to Nigerians, and the price of commodities have reduced inflation. There's no longer high inflation, that it has reduced, and well-meaning Nigerians are living, in good condition. I would like to get your take on this regarding this video Rai also made. I want you to tally the both of them together. Do you think, or have you had any experience as regards to what Raya is saying, or has there been any form of the governance or his reforms that you've benefited from? Is there a kind of, are you not part of, the inflation? Are you not suffering inflation in any way? Let me put it that way.
Yeah, if you're putting it that way, I'll also put it to you.
Okay.
And I'll put it to them. Currently, there is instability in the economic sector.
Is there also inflation?
Yeah, why not?
Are things also hard?
Yeah, let me tell you. I'm giving you this analysis based on my job. I'm also into events.
Okay.
Now, I'm talking as an event planner. Just I think I was called upon few weeks ago to plan for a wedding. The wedding is coming up April. Now, after discussing decoration, discussing all the things, now at the point, the young man later called me for food. Now, going straight to food, the calculation and the rest, he is targeting 250 people. I'm giving the exact analysis on how things are going higher in the country and how people are crying. Now, 250 people is targeting rice and gari and soup. Do you know how much is coming out? Okay, I called the caterer that works with me in my team. She told me she have to go and check the price of things in the market. She came back, she told me that price of a plate of food for now is 3,000 naira. That's you're cooking for population, putting 250 people in that event. So
you multiply 3,000 naira.
You multiply 3,000 naira by 250,000. That comes out.
That's for the refreshment part of the wedding.
Yeah, now so end of the day, I later spoke with her and she said, okay, the last she will go with is 2,500 naira. Right. So if you check 2,500 naira times 250, comes out over 670 something thousand. Then if you check 2,500 times 300, comes out 700 and something thousand naira for a wedding. I'm not saying it because I just want to convince you, but I'm pointing out this as an event planner, which we are on it currently. And I went back to call the young man who told me to talk to the caterer and see the way we can arrange. And the young man is not picking my call again. Why? It's very much higher.
All right. Well, but Sunday Diary, I keep reiterating this because I talked about it on my program yesterday, where Sunday Diary said the inflation is no longer there. Things have reduced. Prices of commodities have reduced. As I'm talking right now, there've been series of reports that food prices in the FCT have crashed. Right now, as I'm talking to you, I'm wondering what part of Nigeria is that? Because looking at the cost of data. First, cost of data, cost of airtime, and all of that. It's been always on the high, right? I can relate to that because I use data a lot. I'm a journalist, so I use data a lot. It's been so high, and the worst part of it is that the data no longer lasts as it used to. So it becomes a thing of, it becomes something really problematic right now as we speak. But then Raye has voiced that same thing. I am not saying that. I'm not giving my opinion, basically. I'm just looking at the experience and I'm giving a general overview of what is actually going on, or probably what I've seen on my own part. But then, Raya has come out to say that, okay, the inflation, food prices is so high and all of that. And then a lot of people, some Nigerians, are picking offense that she is saying that the president is a terrible president. Again, I want you to talk about that comment, Dr. Paul, saying that President Tinubu is a terrible president. And now we've also, I watched the video. I saw the video she posted. I was saying that the NYSC official in Lagos was calling her. There was video and everything, that she was stupid, that she should pull down the video and all of that. And she faced backlash from netizens on social media as regards to that particular video. So I want you to talk about that. And there have been a series of talks that as a core member, you're not supposed to criticize the government. And they've brought out so many sections of the NYSC law and all of that, saying that she's trying to be bipartisan, play bipartisan, and so many stuffs like that. So let me get your take on that.
I think the call or the level at which she is being criticized is one of the problems we have in Nigeria, that if someone is pointing out some of the anomalies going on in the society, you see people will attack. Some of those people you see may not be benefiting, but because of the likeness they may have for the one who is in charge, that's in government position. It's also a kind of a continuation of politics. Now, they don't differentiate between when a citizen is supposed to have the right to speak. What the core member have just said is to air her view of what is affecting her and perhaps to other persons in the society. It's a criticism of the government. So why taking it personal against him? Why taking it personal against her? I expect that when issues like this comes up, okay, what the government of the day should do is to begin to assess perhaps their policies. So she summoned the courage, and I see why you see some of those jostling for the position of president 2027 are now backing her, because they know the society will come from. Criticisms will come, people will begin to threaten you, calling her being partisan. What has that got to do with the party politics? She have just spoken. Does it mean that everybody have to be silent, or because she is a member of the of NYSC, then she doesn't have the right to, you know, make her own comments? It's a way of dying down, and then we should discontinue from this kind of trying to silence voices when it has to do with criticizing government. What she did, I don't see anything bad about it. I don't see anything bad about it. It's not about personal.
All right.
Okay, he's talking about policies, and which everybody, the minister that is talking about that the cost of things have reduced. My brother, enter transport and see whether it has reduced. I don't see anything that have reduced so far. We are talking about hike in tariffs. You have mentioned about data. Data is something that everybody wants, in fact, majority of Nigerians want, both students want. And then if we are looking for a way of being enlightened, or even people following your program, mainly it's through data. The life wire of giving out information now to Nigerians is through data usage. And then we cannot access it. Then you look at also power. So what are we talking about? That causes of things are reducing where? If it has risen in Abuja, maybe food, I don't know where they normally gather food stuff and so on and so forth. And this, is that the only area that we should be looking at? If it has it risen in Port Harcourt? I am yet to see, apart from petrol, that's fair, that I have noticed that is gradually coming down. Maybe perhaps because of influence of Dangote. I have not seen any other again that have reduced. Instead, I'm seeing it is being increased. Recently, I went and priced a bag of cement. It has gone up to 10,000. So where is he getting his own data from?
All right. Okay. So now another story is that one of the president's aide, Temidayo Ajayi, have come out to say that she, the core member, is supposed to face firing squad, or she should be executed and all of that. Again, just for making that video. Again, I'll get your take on this one, Honorable Barry Marafel, from this statement.
Yeah, I must tell you, he said so because he's really benefiting from the government, which means he had a monthly pay. Because of that, he have all his right to say what he wants to say, or what, I don't know. But if really we're facing reality, we should know that every citizens of every country have the right to point out what is necessary for themselves.
Now, the issue there is that they are saying that she's a core member, and as a core member, that she's not supposed to criticize the government. That's another issue there that I want you to also talk on that.
Yeah, what you're saying, you're right, but at the same time, they're in a way to, you know, to upgrade or to, you know, to look at some of the core value is that when they look at this, it will be like, okay, let's review the core value of
the NYSC.
Yeah.
All right.
They should look into it and check some things that are necessary. Okay, we heard about the minimum wage and whatsoever. They will start, you know. Have we really confirmed that really they have started paying them? Because they were pointing out this how many months ago?
All right.
Now we had it that they started paying them last month or so, but we can't tell if really they are enjoying what they should be enjoying as a youth corps.
Let me just add a little to what he has said.
All right.
That she is a youth corps member,
and that she's not supposed to
criticize the government. So
yeah.
even if something is going wrong, because she is a member or a youth corps member, she should just go ahead and support. Supposing the video she made was on the other side of praising the president, would they have called her and said, no, you are an NYSC member? And I don't also understand that I am working in an organization and then I see something that is wrong. I shouldn't point it out. No, it's wrong. They said we have a freedom of speech, right? And you are serving the nation. That's why it's called NYSC, National Youth Service Corps. And the past policies are also affecting them. So they shouldn't speak. You use them for elections, right? Is that why the NYSC was established? Because you felt that they are going to be what? Neutral. So what she has expressed is based on what? A neutral mindset of what, you know, constitute the reality of what a common man is facing in Nigeria. The hardship. We have to talk about it. So calling her out, threatening her is uncalled for, please. They should desist from that. If there is a way they want to advise her, maybe privately, it should be in the private, not coming
well,
out
Amnesty
in
International have urged the NYSC officials to offer up an apology letter to her. Well, we're still looking to see how.
So you can now imagine where international communities are beginning to look at such issue like this.
All right.
So somebody who is in NYSC is like a neutral person. It's a compulsory, compelled to come and serve the nation. So if you are serving the nation and in the process, you are encountering hardship. How else do they want her to communicate her information to the public? Let me put it that way, both to the president and to the policy makers. It's what she have done. So if anyone feels that the way she did it is not the right way, then you call her privately and then advise her, oh, what you have done, and then justify it. But to me, I don't see anything perfectly wrong.
Okay, so you all right. Sorry to interject, Honorable Uguamaye. Are you also saying that you do not see anything wrong with her using that statement, a terrible precedent?
Oh, she called the president a terrible president.
He's a terrible president. That's the content of the video,
okay.
So are you saying there's nothing wrong with calling the president a terrible president?
To some extent, based on the...
Probably she might be referring to his administration, actually.
But if
policies,
that particular word,
that's what
I don't agree with her. I don't agree with her on that.
She might be referring to his policy.
If she did call the president a terrible president.
The speech seems very raw.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very raw to some extent.
Right.
But at the same time, a way to make it very much clear
that she would have used a subtle way.
That people can come in.
Right.
That's why she came up with such speech.
Okay.
Because if not that, it would be hard for Nigerians to listen to her.
So you're saying it's deliberate. Usage of that word is deliberate.
Yeah, why not? Because see, out of pain, you can demonstrate. You can koto in the apple hole. There are things you know. There are things people never wanted you to do. There are things you never expect yourself doing. But cause of anger, cause of frustration, cause of environmental factor, you may do the undo. So that's just the fact behind her statement.